You are very special.
Hey everyone, here with such a beautiful, kind soul that has a story that I'm sure will touch many, but I'm so happy to have Rich Scibetta on. He is a current fire captain with
the North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue Fire Department. Been with them for 14 years. My little dream job. I used to chase the fire trucks as a kid, and now I'm riding them. I always wanted to be one.
So that was my question to you, was like, what inspired you to, I know you were in the military, which thank you for your service, and actually we have this gift for you. So this
I
is
appreciate that so
a
much.
bracelet. It looks like just a bracelet, but it's really representing a cause. We donate back to one of the causes we donate to veterans. So I know that you're a former veteran, so thank you for your service. And it's really about being 1% better, and for those obsessed with just being better every day. And it's a reminder to show up every day for yourself and for others in the best version of yourself so that you could give the best.
The gestures like these, not just myself, but all veterans out there, it's a lot because it's new. You know, when I came home in 2006, support was kind of like no one really knew how to speak to veterans, how to do this, and they kind of get lost. Unfortunately, things happen, you know, and I've lost some good friends, you know, taking their lives and everything. Just little gestures, you know, but I'm still trying. I always think of myself every day, and hopefully the story can just help somebody one day. They could be going through it, but like, hey, every day you get up, make the best of that day.
So let's start there. Why do you think you're here?
I don't know. I to be 100% honest with you, I don't know. You know, like the way I got hurt, everything that happened, it was
into that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
you know,
so I know you're well. We know that you're in the fire department now, so we'll touch on that. But let's rewind. So you were saying that you grew up in Ridgefield. We're here in Edgewater, New Jersey. You grew up in Ridgefield, and we were talking about your mother, who was a nurse, and you said that she was your mom. So
unbelievable.
Let's go into like how you were raised, your growing up, your background, and then what inspired you to become the fire, have that like fire in you so young, and then really take it into the service and then transform it.
It's where you want to start. I mean, just we grew up in the old school times. I have two younger brothers, one passed unfortunately, and I have it's okay. You know, then I have my other brother, so three of us. You know.
Three boys.
She wanted that girl, but Mama had
marrying beautiful women.
Yes, exactly. So, and I'm blessed by my wife as well.
That's
but, you know, growing up, I remember, you know, she was always in the house. She was a nurse, you know, registered nurse at House. Always serving, you know, sacrifice holidays. Was always helping someone. Like, never could chat with anybody. You know, just strike up a conversation with anybody. I always just hear, you know, heard more of the stories. Like, she just, like, lit up a room and everything. I got her looks, thank God, and everything. So, she, you know, she went through tough times. She lost her mom, and then, you know, developed, like, you know, adult fall. But, like, nothing bothered me.
Right.
What I saw, like, it just, she fought on.
It never, like, in what you witnessed, like, being her son was never the struggle. She always had the perspective to reframe it, or at least show for you guys.
Yeah, my mother and father were amazing at hiding it and handling it because, you know, they're hard workers, they work. You know, they told us, you know, it's going to come easy, and then supporting us in sports. They were always somebody was always at a practice.
Wow. So
the OG mom was at a game.
Yeah.
You know, you heard her voice say, you know, we played football, and it was the best.
The support was there.
Unbelievable. All the way through. You know, even, she didn't like when I found out I was in the military. You know, was any mom going to like that, though?
I mean,
I don't
probably not.
You know, I remember, you know, 9/11 happened, and I walked in the house, and she was like, you know, I'm not 18. She goes, yeah, moment. I was like, I want to help. I just saw the firemen, just like, I'm going.
Wow.
You know, I was senior in high school, kind of was like, oh man, like, you know, not the best of grades and everything, but like, is college really going to be for me? No, like, you know, a lot of college, like, but I just was locked in on that. And I go, and I remember it. Am I looking at 18 or if I was going up? Yeah, I'm going to finish high school first. She wanted nothing but the best out of it. And good education.
Finished high school?
Finished high school. She wasn't happy that I was joining because she tried convincing me, but I was like, it's what I want to do. I get college. I didn't know we were supposed to get money for school. And, you know, it was just, you weren't taking me away from me and everything. So, that was a huge support. You know, the first time, like, when I saw them in basic training, saw them getting emotional at graduation, and I was like, I got emotional first time in
What branch of the military?
I was at the Army.
Army.
The Army for 4 years.
So you selected the Army?
I chose the Army.
Wow.
I just, my uncle was in the Army. My uncle was in the Army, and my godfather, his son, was in the Army.
Some kind
Fire
of-
alarms for the
yeah.
20 inch
I was
firefighter,
gonna
right?
say.
You can't make that up.
Some people, and I'm sure you can attest to this, would call them coincidences, but I could go on and on. That is your thumb in the way of the camera?
Wait, hold on a second. Thank you for creating that post because I can't see because of the glare.
So you want to walk and talk?
This is good. It needs to. I was just hoping that if she comes back so I could hold it, but it's fine. It's really hard for me to see because of the glare.
It just looks like, yeah.
And I'm like, so no, I know, but either way, that's good. So that timing, that's 5 minutes. So actually, just take a quick break. Maybe my finger was in the way before. I couldn't even tell. All right, the camera's over here. All right.
Good. So back to like coincidences. I don't believe anything is a coincidence at this point in my life. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and you might question why. You could spend your life questioning why, but like I think that's the wrong question to ask at least in this body because we're never gonna get to the answer. And like I'm sure you can attest to that.
You can't dwell. You're going to drive yourself up a wall. You got to find your why.
What caused that?
I guess it was called a soft spot. I just didn't had that helping hand, just being around it for so long in my life. Just knowing my mom was helping, knowing my mom was making things better for people. We had two different types of professions, but we're also very central employees. So a part of it was just want to help. And that's the most important thing about your job. And for our job, when we show up, you're trying to get somebody out of their worst moment. And, when she was in the hospital, she saw stuff that she never told us. And my job was the same thing. You just want to find that person's relief at that time.
How did you come into that? You're talking about like serving, and it's something beautiful because the first responders are the people that run toward the fear, toward the scary scene, toward the horrific accident, toward the horror when everyone's running away and trying to like get savior. So what is that? Like why that drives you to be so selfless?
I did it so young too, being 18 years old, just want to fight for this.
Wow, you were there at 18.
I graduated high school, and 6 months later, 8 months later, I was there in Iraq. Like, I graduated June of 2002 on the paper, November basic training, March, Iraq.
Some of the 18-year-olds today would shit their fucking pants.
And it was like, and everything was like, everything happening like that. Basic, finish, you're gonna go get stationed here, you're gonna link up with your guys over in like Kuwait.
So what, did you get on a plane?
I went to where I was stationed, and you did the training, and you had to prepare, and get all your gear, and they're like, all right, you're gonna get assigned to this unit, you're gonna link up with your guys. Like,
so what unit did you end up going?
Like they had just been saved through the invasion and everything, and like, I linked up, and like, it was a growing thing because it was like this new guy at them, and it was like I had to adapt because they're looking at me like, hey, you didn't,
Yeah, it's an adjustment, but it's like, new to you, but people's lives on the fucking line.
Yeah.
With the program.
And I became a man real quick when you get those guys that go, when I start shooting the same way, we're making.
That's how you learn.
Like, look, you want to talk about getting thrown to the wolves? I think I always say, like, I became a man at that moment. It was just like so fast. I had great guys. It was amazing, those guys. And they were on their second. They just did a tour in Afghanistan. So these guys,
just came back from Afghanistan.
Like 6 months prior to that, like now they started the invasion, and it's like everything was good to everybody. Like, wow, no one knew what was going on. And it was just, it just might sound weird. I tell everyone, life was in the movies. Yeah. Armies, tanks, explosions. Like, it was like,
really? So when you first arrived in
Iraq,
So you first arrived in Iraq?
Well, we went to Kuwait first.
Okay,
you went to Kuwait, and they find out, like, hey, you're with this unit, you're going to go to this part of Iraq. And all of us that came in, they're like,
and you have like different missions.
Yeah, there's all different missions. Some guys maybe were staying in Kuwait. They're like, no, you guys are at Saddam International. You got to link up with them, or they're doing this right now. You're going to find this. It's like.
So when you arrive to your unit, where you're stationed, you have like barracks.
At stateside, they had all the they're a little living at a bag district at that time. There was no setup because no one knew how long this engagement was, what was really going on. We knew we just like, okay, you know, like.
So you, at that time, obviously in hindsight 2020, but at that time you had no, like, wherewithal. What?
Just say we're gonna fight and get the bad guys and show forces.
Yeah.
It
I was just partying, like hanging out with my friends.
But you don't think that. Like now, like you formed this brotherhood, like this. Like I don't even know these guys. They don't know me, but it's like we're getting through this. Like no matter what.
In an instant, there's a connection.
Instant camaraderie, like, and you build on it. Like you know, I want him to go home. I want to go. You know, and you don't want to let them down. You don't want to let anybody down. You know, and it was just the bonds. We still talk to each other. Like, you asked me today, like if we could all go back and do it again, this and that, and if it was with those groups, we're going back.
Yeah.
We're going back. We're crazy like that.
Yeah, because
you know, because it was like yesterday, you know, and unfortunately there were some guys, you know, when you guys got back, later on, like you hear it, like, you know, thank God for, you know, everyone has their perks about social media, but for me, it's like saving lives. It's helping me keep going, and you want to help another guys going because, again, we get into this later, but like they'll message me at random, like, dude, how do you do it?
no, I don't have
Like,
the
what's
answer.
going on? I don't want my mom to harm me. I don't want to let them down. Like, you know,
go into that.
like when I tell you every emotion, like,
It's okay. When you say that you do this partially because you want to help, you go into what you mean by that. You lost her employer.
yeah, I did lose it, unfortunately. Tragic accident, you know.
Yes.
So back like I go back, like I don't want to know me, just every day, no matter what was going on. She always got her toughest challenge, being the oldest and this and that. And
You're the oldest boy.
I'm the oldest.
Of course, you're paving the way for them.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know, school, she had like, school's fun, drive, like, no matter what. And every time we talk, oh, here, I'm so proud of you, right? When I got the car, I'm so proud of you. Every day it was like the end of the conference. Every single day. You'll hear it every day. So, like, when everything happened, this and that, like, you know, I was working depression, also trying to think, you know,
This is after you come back.
this might, you know, I come back from Iraq, so proud, you know, so proud. Then I kind of know,
Yeah.
you know, like, they were just both mother and, you know, father, like, they just wanted no way she was getting something to push me.
And now she's watching from a different perspective, and it's
Way
like
different.
24/7.
Yeah.
Were you religious? Are you religious?
Firm believer, you know,
Yeah,
God.
God.
Once I got hurt in Iraq and everything, and I said,
You got hurt in Iraq.
I got hurt in Iraq. Again,
happened?
I was hit IED, roadside bomb. We were doing a security mission.
Now you get there within 6 months.
Oh, well, this is, yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
Just,
Okay,
know,
so you had how many tours?
I did 2 tours over second.
In Iraq.
In Iraq. All right, and then here towards my uncle, they were both in Vietnam. And just hear and see these pictures, see these airborne pictures, like that's probably why I wanted to do it. And just hear the stories, and, you know, so thankful for everybody. You know, so we got back from that, it's like an everyday life. You do your training, you do what you gotta do, and you get off and go back to the barracks, hang out. Things.
Do you have? Is it like a 9 to 5?
It's like the closest thing you have to like that.
Your
that, like, normal
brothers,
life.
yeah.
You know, we got each other. Like,
Yeah.
God forbid somebody got in trouble, like, we're gonna get this guy out.
Yeah.
You know, we go
Ride
out
or die.
together, like, we're coming home together. You know, we're like, you don't want to mess with us either. You know, and
Yeah.
it was like right around a small college town. It was cool because it had like I didn't go to college after I had.
Wow.
You know, we were in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, which is right outside of Clarksville, which is right near the State University.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my contract. You know, here's okay. I'm ready to, you know, just explore the Caribbean, going to law enforcement, fire, whatever going to come first. I knew how Jersey was in civil service. So like, I just wanted to grow up on Corner Fire. You know, like,
It was in your blood.
Yeah, and my mother's home in West New York. Right around the foot, would always see them. Lying on the fire.
So hearing the siren, it's like a.
I would get
divine
yelled
sign.
at. Yeah, and so when we moved to Richfield, it was a volunteer house, but like when I heard those sirens,
You were ready.
I would try chasing. They would get so mad. Where do you think you're going?
Yeah. I'm gonna go see him.
See him.
Yeah.
You know, so we get back. I'm all over the place. I really have to apologize. So we get back, you know, from Iraq before. You do all your training and everything. You see guys getting out.
This is
the first time
yeah.
guys are finishing up their contract.
Yeah.
They're getting out. You know, how the board goes through. That's why. We'll go home on leave, see the family, talk to them. Sometimes they couldn't go because you don't have the days or whatever, but like, so proud. So proud. I love you. And it was every time. It was every single time. It was so proud. And like, it just, the only regret I have is like, you hear it, it's, 20 years old, 19 years old, like, I don't want to get it, but like,
you don't
now it hits so much harder, and it's dropping. It's every day I go to work, it's every day I'm training, it's every day going to marathon, whatever.
We're going into your second tour.
Mom and Dad were still here, and I was actually
like, what year is it?
We're in 04, we're in
okay.
In 2005, we're in summer 2005,
cool.
Getting ready to come out, getting out, I would start like sending stuff home, like I'm gone, like I'm finding out there's like, civil service tests in New Jersey coming out, this and that.
Perfect.
All of a sudden, we all get a call that we have this big brigade formation, and they call everybody, and they're like, well, you're getting out between this date, say July 2005 and December of 2005, and I'm supposed to get out in November. You're not. So they call that a stop loss. It was a very unheard of thing at the time. It's like, when you sign up for the military, you sign up for your contract. So in the contract, you are obliged to be inactive service. Or excuse me, altogether 8 years. 5 years for inactive.
Got it. He was able to go.
He didn't get stop loss, but he got out. Like, she was on Real World Brooklyn, like the craziest thing. Like all of that. Like anything can happen. So at that time, basically you're just not getting out.
Right.
And they're like, you're gonna get either re-enlist for X amount of years, X amount of money, or extension of whatever it was, 4 days. So they're crushed. And I'm scared at the time because how we were in 2003 wasn't what was going on. It changed. How things were going on. It was more of like, okay, they were starting to set up. They were fighting back.
Oh, it wasn't like you're running over there.
Like the fear kind of was gone. They're like, they were kind of like starting to go around. The IEPs came into play, and how they were setting them up. The whole line. I'm like, ugh.
Was everyone aware? Learned of that escalation
Through experience and see news and hear things. Everyone in the military knows somebody somewhere, and they're getting their intel, and they're doing it here, and you're like, we're going here. It's not gonna, it's not gonna be good. It's in your stomach, in the back of your head, you're like...
How do you prepare for that?
You don't think about it. It was my job, right? I have a job. Infantryman, like, we're gonna do the first fight, we're gonna be on the lines. Yeah, it's crazy to say it's 19, 20 years old, like, if it's my time, it's my time. And I wasn't gonna let it... I was going to be myself, my Richard self, make a joke around this and that, get serious, sometimes get serious, because you never know, you don't want that stress over it, you just got, it's like confidence, you're going to find yourself, it's fight for it.
When it comes to your life, you're going to be a war job, you're going to do whatever you got to do.
It's unbelievable.
Because it's literally
through hell again, like every,
you walk us through.
Yeah, sure. So it was, we go back. Now I'm angry. I'm crying.
You're going back.
I'm going back. I'm crying.
We're in 05.
We're in 05. Yeah, we're all the things in 05. Like, I'm crying because I know we're in it. Like that's it.
The call.
Yeah, like if that's it. So it's like,
it's like walking into a death sentence with a sliver of hope.
But not the way we were raised. Now it's like things are a little different now. I'm like, you probably get mad, you probably get in trouble. Now politics are involved.
Yeah.
You gotta do certain things. Yeah. It's like, what? Yeah. They shoot me, I shoot them, done.
Yeah.
And thankfully, our brigade commander, Colonel Michael, was an absolute animal. Colonel Michael Steele, absolute animal. He's like, we are gonna do anything and everything for that enemy. Give his life for his own. No question. Well, that's it. He's gonna give his life. It's not us. We're gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna have to get back. I don't care. And going into that, hearing that before we left was like, it took some of the weight off.
Yeah.
You know, but it was like, okay, it's still kind of how we're going to run. You know, the top brass deal with a lot more BS than we do. You don't see it, you know, we got questions, right? Warning shots, I get warning, you know, things that I guess I don't want to get anybody.
No.
No, like, they're not coming at me, you know. Yeah. Heightened awareness was heightened, you know, so we got there, now it's like, I'm crazy. Sat phone, internet got there, you know. We had to wait. I remember I was sending, like, wait for a satellite phone to call. You know, it didn't matter for like 20 minutes. You know, hey, I'm going to send you a letter. Yeah, write letters and send it back. So, like, you would tell them, like, I send you letters and that's probably what you write. I'm writing letters to friends, you know, my parents, like, you know. And
what do you, like, documenting the day? Literally, that's what you're fucking doing.
You know, like, questioning my thoughts.
Yeah.
This is the first time you do it. Not now. You go back and it's like they made it like a whole. Like we're like, what? Sat phone, internet got porta john, this, that. Like I don't want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So it was nerve wracking because it's like
they're trying to really.
We're trying to survive here. Like, they want to make it. I get what they're trying to do. But
on one hand,
you know, we get back. You know, so we get where we're gonna go and experience. You know. Stop trials and everything. I had friends that we all have friends in different companies. So,
and that's a different unit.
Yeah, like same unit, but like different companies. So I was like, oh, they were there, and like they were doing like this security for like this Dom trial. And we would cover this area, you know, and where we got put, where we like they were going. His trials were still going on when we got there at the same time. Like, that's how long like it's crazy to think about it, like 20 years ago. Like, you know. And I went, I'm back in Iraq before I could legally drink a beer. Twice. I can't even drink a beer yet. You know, we're back. And it was, you know, where we got put was, you know, not the best of areas. You know, they called it the triangle. You know, with the town of Ramadi, Ramadi, Samar, those towns and everything. It was a little hot there, you know.
What does that mean, hot?
It was activity. We would get
like
mortar.
Shooting?
We would get mortar round shot at us like every night. We'd be sitting there.
Sleeping?
No, like they would do it at 4 to 6 and hear it. Like, oh, we're gonna get attacked. We didn't know the first time, but 2 days later, same time, like, oh, all right. So they would shoot mortar rounds, try to get our base, our little base, and everything. Gear up, secure after quick action force goes. We have, you know, observation posts out to parts and everything. So back where we had put, you know, where the company really, you know, we were in an okay area, but you know, when they first got the news that was there, they called it IED out. So we sent IED out.
IED out. There's actually fucking.
They had names like anywhere you go in any town, you know, there were names.
Sorry, this might be a stupid question. Are they like pre-designed?
No.
So how do you know?
We did from
like
who you relieved, like who you relieved and everything, and you get their information, like you know,
so you would
like
follow
code
the
names,
path.
like you know, we called IED out because in the beginning we were trying to take it and make it ours. And now we're gonna blow you away. And that had calmed down a little bit, but you know.
So you actually lost people.
When I was there, no. Like guys did, like before I said, lost you know, terrible things happened was we did, you know, a little bit of relationship with maybe, but you know, we do socials. And a couple weeks before I got hurt, he was still by his friend. It was like the first like
kid from the town.
Not my town, like my unit. Like I, you know, back through Campbell, we would go out to barracks, we'll hang out, you know. Out through socials, you know, you go through a relationship with him.
Yeah, of course.
Like, oh, this guy, like, I was killed. How? Sniper. It's like, that was the first oh shit moment. Like, first time in my life, I, like, knew somebody, like, dead. It's like, it's going down. Like, now it's like, now it's tightened up. Now it's like, all right, this, every day is going to be, just you wake up and you just hope it's not your day. You know, you do what you gotta do. So, the day I got hurt, I still thought, I tell the
Why
guy,
do you remember the day?
I don't know. I wish I had an answer.
It's like, you don't
maybe it
remember
was
the
just,
day?
it could be just like a turning point in my life where like, I had to find myself. It was my first time of, you know, I just turned 21, you know, back in that October of 2006, and it was first like test of adversity, I guess you could say. You know, I had a good childhood, a loving home, a roof over our heads. You know, there was no true adversity at the time. You know, and that was like, I think maybe the first test of like why it happened. A good friend of mine, God rest his soul. He's like, "You're right." I'm like, he's like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, we slept like right next to each other. Like my bed was here, his bed was here. Like, and they had my place. Like,
You said that?
yeah, I'm like, something happened to us. Not me.
Yeah.
Not me. Like,
Yeah,
us.
you're just saying something.
Looking around, like,
I
was
don't
like,
feel good.
I had a pit in my stomach. I still remember it. Like, it was unbelievable. I haven't even come close to that feeling ever again. Like, it was like, they go, "You're gonna get hit?" I'm like, "No. I don't like it." So anyway, I was still get breakfast.
What do you think that was? Like a divine, like a leader?
Be ready.
Get
Be ready.
the
Get your
win.
mind right. Get focused. Get locked in.
Moment you feel like you took a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like anything. I was on fire. Like, meaning, like, I was so focused on everything. At breakfast, I go check over our Humvee. We were doing the same mission now, like the 7th day. I'm like, someone knows it's coming. Right? We're doing the same thing, same route, this and that. I go over my Humvee. Now I notice how beat up, sandbag, you know, I have no real protection. Like, I'm like, I go to my, you know, my platoon sergeant, I'm like, "You can't take this." I was not in good shape. He yells at me. I'm like, "You just don't want to go out, this and that." Man, it has nothing to do with that. Like, look what we're going out on. We're outside, you know, just, you know, we're getting that argument, this and that. I'm like, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. That, I don't remember. I think it was like T-ration eggs or something like that. But I was like, I bought like the care packages that had like nuts and stuff in my pocket, like little snacks and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking hello going out.
You usually brought snacks.
Yeah, you never know when you're gonna go out somewhere.
Your water.
Yeah, we always had our waters with us and everything. You always were prepared for like that mission. Like, we're gonna go out for XYZ. We're gonna bring like, we're pulling security for engineers because they're building a big berm around the city for more security. So we go all lined up, right? I'm the front vehicle. We line up. We're driving through. I'm the gunner sitting on top of the Humvee. So like waist up, I'm out, looking around. But like it's there. It's just there. And we do a stop. We do security. Okay, move on. We're on the road. Now, only people that are on this road are U.S. forces, British forces, and at the time we were training the Iraqi police and Iraqi army. Nobody else can use this road. If you're caught on this road, you're out. You're going down. You're getting shot. We had an observation post. Security was all set up. We stopped. Right now, there's just cars in traffic. There's cars flying. I'm like, "Why'd you stop?" And he's like, "I think one of their trucks broke down." I'm like, so we made sure, like, we told the Iraqi police, like, "Hey, go out there, stop." Like, we're not going out there. Like, go tell them stop driving by. We're sitting, right? I'm up there sitting in the car turret. I'm like, it's like 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, my team, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm sitting up there 15 minutes. It's like, XYZ just got killed by a sniper. Like, what are we doing here?"
Yeah.
Someone knows we're coming. 15 minutes standing still in Iraq, not good. I said, "You know what? You're right." So they go talk.
Wait, really? 15 minutes standing still?
Someone's going to eventually find out we're coming to do something. You know, they didn't know what there was. Like, someone knows we're coming, right? We're on the same mission. We went through the town. I remember getting flipped off like one of the days, whatever. Like, yeah, it was like crazy. Yeah, like, you know, we took out the wires at one time. Like, oh, someone's not going to be happy, this and that. Like, and I was like, someone knows we're coming. It's like, we're not doing this thing, are we? Right? They go talking. All right. Something said we're going to turn around, and we're not doing this thing. And the weight, like, all right, good. So what's going to happen? Everyone's going to turn their vehicles around. So I went from the front vehicle, right, and then I was going to be the back. All right. What do you want to do when we turn around? My team was like, wait the car through and keep it back and ready to go. Got it. All right. Around. As we're turning around, making a little K-turn, boom! Like, just, like I got hit by a Mack truck. Like, just like, I remember that noise, that boom! Like, just, holy shit! Like, just ringing. I remember looking down, blood's coming from, the neck, the head, who knows, like, just, they thought we were obliterated because they just saw a cloud of smoke. Like, our vehicle got hit. So I'm like, I don't know, like, we get the wind knocked out of you. Like, it was like that, like, times they could shield. like there was smoke, there was dust, there was like
You hit the ground?
I got blown back into the Humvee. I didn't know where I was actually. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have a clue. I was awake. Right, kind of felt things, and I'm just like, oh, right. I remember. Then I remember they're like, I hear their voices. I remember going out of the Humvee. Everything's going through my head, right? Where's my weapon? You gotta worry about that, right? Guys are screaming. I hear gunfire. I think guys running. I'm just like, I try to look up. They push me down. I remember seeing like the diesel tank at Humvee was spitting out everywhere. I'm just like, what hurts? What hurts? I'm like, I kicked my face. Like, when the blast happened, then the shrapnel came through. It severed like all the. It went right through. Missed the carotid artery and jugular. Missed it. Like it just blasted, severed all of them. Like, that's it. That's all it hurts.
Are we good on time?
Can you just say something real quick?
Yes. 12:07. 45.
Oh shoot, Taylor, microphone A is not working. Oh, yours is not working. That's fine.
Okay.
As long as his is good.
It's recording on.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, go ahead. So I'm gonna go with black.
We're in the juicy point now. Like,
Got it. Okay.
these are the stories that like nobody knows. Like oh, it's rich, but like no one. Everyone's probably afraid to ask.
So much for sharing.
No, listen,
It's an honor.
Who knows? Someone's having, if I could help anyone in any which way, make someone's day better, that's all I know. It's like, people think too much, it's a blessing and a curse. Like I can get along with anybody and everybody. I call it a blessing and a curse, especially in this day.
So we were saying how as soon as we were in the movie and you recognized, or you really didn't recognize, but you know that like you have stuff. You saw blood.
I'm messed up. I am messed up. I'm like, I didn't know the severity. Everything was like so numb. The adrenaline was going. And I remember they put, they asked me what was hurting this and that. And I remember the pain in my hand. I felt it like when it's like you pick something out and I just knew it was just flapping in the wind. Like it was so, I didn't even go.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's gonna be gone. Like you have to think of stuff like that. They lowered me up. I remember again. They keep asking me what's hurting, and I'm telling them like what's hurting. I'm like nothing else. And I'm like, I don't know. And they're trying to calm me down and calm me right. Like they were just so upset for me and everything that happened because it's like, damn, Richie, like, and I had the name called Scud. Scud, because I was a different Indian soldier. I was a little thicker in my knees. Like, hey, one of the sergeants, like, hey, biggest is Scud. I was like, I'll get the job done though, and then it stuck, Scud. Like, when they found out, it was like, they got
It rocked everyone.
It rocked everyone's world. Like, damn, can't believe he's killed by, a sniper. And I'm like, Scud just got hit. Like, what's going on right now? And I remember, they loaded me up, right? Good, let me get this bastard, And I was like, first time I ever said that. Where the actual, like, I quit. All right, I want to go home. I want to go home. Really go home. Like, you are, like, I was done. Like, I was just, I don't want to, I was like, this is it. Like, and I remember getting to the little cash unit, the cash point. And then all of a sudden, I'm feeling in my body. And I freaked out. God, where is it? Everything's gone. And they told me to calm down. So you're like, we got to medevac you out of here because we don't have the equipment. We can suit you up, but you're messed up. I still don't know what's going on. Like, we don't have what we have here. Got to get you to the hospital alive. So load us up. I hear the bird comment. Be all right, this and that. And my other buddy was in the Humvee with me. He got hurt.
How many were in the Humvee?
There was the driver, and myself.
Okay.
I was the gunner at the top.
So it was you and another guy.
The guy that got hurt. My team leader, that's further down. When I started, the Russian Humvee, where the Russian Humvee, the Russian ID, or PK.
Just like we were talking about.
Yeah, 5 minutes, right left, still protected. We did not have a and it was as crazy as it sounds.
No, it's not.
I like it. It's
sport, life.
everything. It's, you know, it sounds cliche, this and that, but he wasn't that bad hurt. Like, you know, now, like, he had me, which was pretty, so, he broke it. I didn't know at the time. So I get to I thought I was he was gonna be okay. He says, get on the helicopter, and I look at the dog, buddy's okay, let's go. Crew chief to call him, like, I'm all like cut off, this and that. Like, think God knows what's hanging out, this and that.
I love that.
It's gonna be okay.
I love that.
Hey, why did you? Why carry your grudge and why? Guys are so upset. A lot of guys to the heart. Like, how did you get tapped? No one let it happen. That man up there had a plan. That was his plan at the moment.
And you thought a couple moments after you're able to process it, like you're thinking that, like you didn't go into that negativity.
No, like with just that moment, I'm not gonna hold any grudges, quit it, or like give up and everything, have people feel sorry for me. Like, I don't think it was in me. I don't know how it was raised, this and that, or just didn't get to anything, but it was definitely the first time in reverse. Like 1,000 years old. Like, I don't even know if I have body parts right now.
So you remember getting into here in the medevac. You get in. Yeah.
We get to the bigger hospital. I'm like, on my back. Start pumping. My head's all swollen.
You hear?
I hear everything. Swollen my brain, this and that. I'm like, they're talking. I go to the one person. I told someone I was hungry. I'm hungry. I'm like, they're like, dude,
you're fucking hungry.
They're like, dude, you gotta wait for that. Yeah? Yeah, okay. I remember seeing neon yellow. Yeah. Now, mind you, there was another unfortunate. I sat up. Yeah. And they were like, dude, this guy's going down. Like, you gotta figure out. Then the one doctor's like, all right, can we like put him down? Because he's like, really, I'm just like, what? Put him down. I'm like, that was that thing I did. The next thing I know, I'm waking up, gagging. Like, oh, he's back. He's back. Where'd I go?
Yeah.
Right? He's here. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Where I am I? Like, who knows what? They must have heavily crazy sedated me. Who knows what happened during that time? I traveled from Iraq to Germany, to the major hospital in Germany that I was being sent to. I didn't know this.
So you went out in Iraq and you go back.
I remember being in Iraq, all messed up, hurt. Next thing I know,
in Germany.
Yeah, yakking up, just like breathing. Why is there breathing? What? This is like thought process.
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, and then I remember seeing my Uncle Phil. He was in the National Guard. He was, you know who this is? And it was like Uncle Phil. He goes, Uncle Phil. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm just like, well, this is the wildest thing. So they they finally settled me down. I remember looking down, there's this huge, like, bandage thing. I'm like, that's gone. I couldn't see, I could hear this huge bandage. I'm like, it's fucking gone, all right? Because I can't, like, move, I can't do anything.
Oh my gosh. Were you trying to, like...
Yeah, but I also couldn't feel it. And I'm just like, man. So, and I'm trying to ask the uncle, like, it was the first thing they take my hand. Because I remember that's what I felt. I can't, he's like, can't, and he's all emotional himself. It's like, Mom and Dad know what's going on, so we caught them, you know. And it's just, you know, parents gotta get that dreadful. If I speak to the parents of it's probably the first tragedy, but 3 o'clock is the time. Yeah, they said, my mom told me my dad loved me. My father loved me. He just couldn't. Because my dad always had like as a father and this and that, like, what's gonna happen? So like, you know, it was like, what if I go, my kids are gonna be okay, you know? Hay was like, no way, he didn't know what was going on. And then they found out I was injured, this and that, my mom was a nurse, so it was just a full nurse mode, asking all the questions, this and that.
What's going on? What are the vitals?
Yeah, like where was he hurt? They think he's okay, he's this, he's that. He's being flown to Germany, he's conscious, he's this and that. Right? They're gonna set her up, he's going to Germany. When he's going to Germany, they're like, we don't know how long he's gonna be there, he's going to go to the medical center.
You're hearing this?
No,
Oh,
this is what
Uncle Phil's
she's like
telling
telling
me.
me.
Oh, your mom's telling me.
She's like, Uncle Phil was like, they know they're coming this and that. Like, they come here, they gotta know they're gonna go here or walk through. I was like, okay, so time goes by. I remember calling them. Like, I'm okay, this and that. But before that, before I can call them, they contact her. I was like, okay, he's in German, but he's like heavily sedated. Mom and nurse. You shouldn't be. Why? Why is he sedated? Like, what are you sedated? Just gotta get him walking. Because I had time. The shrapnel I went through, fractured the base of my skull.
Were you in a
swelling? No neck collars and that. My face was so swollen, so I had to take my idea. I had that card. Like whatever, like hoping it was
Yes,
viable.
yeah.
And you know, they're telling me everything what's going on, like what happened. Like, hey, my buddy's there. We're there, and then he's like, we're crying, this and that. I can't believe that happened, this and that. Like his ass comes up. He's like, bro. Like, I was like, what? Like, I just want to remember. Like, I'm like, is that okay? Like, I was like, you all like bloodied up. I'm like, I don't know. And we're sitting there in my room. He's next to me. We're watching the TV. Where we just were. Where we were a major historical mosque that was the Golden Mosque was born. There was an attack on the Golden Mosque where we just were.
Like within a month.
Yeah, like last. Like in our area. I'm like, oh, are they okay now? Are they okay? Like, was it attack? So all that was going on. So I don't know if the attack was like something was being planned bad.
Yeah.
Going back to that pit of the stomach. Something was like, but it was that thing.
You knew.
You know, like it was just so crazy. Like we were just, you know, like, was that just there? And you know, I found out he was going to do his recovery in Germany, and then he was going to get sent back to Fort Camp, where they're like, we got to get this out of the way. Like, they don't know what's going on. So, you know, they got
Was everything intact?
everything was there. You know, I found out my hand didn't go, so it's kind of like, that's not good. So I can't walk, can't bend the leg. Like, found out through.
Yes, 1 second. I just want to bookmark. It is 12:20, so the next 5 minutes, just wrap it up. So whatever question you have, just so he can, you know, he.
We'll end on like the military journey, and then we'll get into like your mom. Yeah, we're cool with that.
Wait, one
And I told you, I'm like, when you wanted to talk, I'm like, dude.
This is not a quick.
Because, like you said, you're trying to make change for people. Like, you know, you guys are always trying to get the word out there. Like, what you guys do, you know, just life change. Yeah, I don't see myself a life change. Like, you know, there's other soldiers out there that want to work. But nothing is an end goal.
Right.
Everything I've been through, starting that was the first, like, you know, who could have quit?
The one thing I just want to say before I want to move this now, so when we leave, it's quick, is everything you're saying, like I was never a soldier, this and that, but I coached, but I feel like I felt the same things. I was like, I got to get out of coaching. Like, metaphorically speaking, I saw energy, and I got to get out now because, like, there's, like, bigger world problems or whatever. But what I realized is that we had very core projects that we heard. It just hit us one day. We're like, yo, like, we need to share these stories, and we got the platform.
Yeah.
You know, so I just want to say thank you for that because
it's just like anything. You know, like, people need to see the other side. Like, everything that was going on in the world, right? Everything's so, like the whole politics and this and that. It's like, and it's so funny because being a military, oh, what's your view? What is my view?
Yeah, it was political, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, the core of it, you were there for a job.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like is.
You guys are mad at that, this and that, but in the end, you did a good job.
And everyone each their own opinion.
Yeah.
You know, we have to be able to have conversations to disagree. Or to agree. You know what I mean? Like, it's about the cause.
Unbelievable. We didn't think that at the time. We're like,
all right, so it is exactly 12:23. So whatever you got to do.
12:45, like I said.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Where we left off at, you were.
They were just telling me what was going on.
Okay, so you good? Is it recording?
Recording.
So we're in Germany. I got my buddy sitting next to me. He's gonna stay and finish his recovery there. We're watching where we just were get attacked. I'm just like this. And my uncle's like, you can't worry about that now, dude. Like, you got it. He goes, you're going to Walter Reed. I'll let mom and dad know, like, you know, what's going on. And it's, you know, what is that? You got something wrong behind it. In your brain somewhere, in your head, they gotta see it right out. Wow. So you gotta take the picture. Like, I didn't have my ID card or anything. And I remember, I was, like, what do you mean? I was in a wheelchair, but they're like, I don't know what happened, something, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on.
You didn't know. You didn't see yourself since that.
I don't think I looked at it. I was like scared. Like, I'm like, what? Because I know like things are like messed up and like this and like what else is going on. Like when I saw the picture, there was something went up this way, a huge cut. That was like, there was, I think it was like 15, 16, 17 years. I did the best plastic surgeons ever. Like,
I was gonna say you really look amazing.
Yeah,
like you really can't even.
Hollywood ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I remember looking at his face all swollen from, I don't know, from the blast, and he was, I didn't know at the time. I didn't know what caused it, how close I didn't know how close I was. Yeah, they had everything designed, and it was like, as soon as I had to recover, and home, see my mom for that again. You know she was really, she was always really.
Yeah.
She was something, you know.
One of the oceans, your freaking sun just stopped blowing up in a different freaking country.
I got like, you know, like, what's going on, Mom? Hey, you know.
Okay, you're okay? Like what?
Well, again, full nurse and mom both had the same fucking beast. I'm like, and it was, again, it goes back to like how there was no quit. No quit. You know, so it transported on. Again, still. Yeah, we're talking about like, I get transported to Germany, and that was a miserable flight. It's like, they got a monitor and this and that.
Were you like hooked up?
I was hooked up in a little stretcher thing. I'm lying down. They got, like, there was a whole bunch of us going to water. Guys that are able to sit up.
So what are you like, hey, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm like this. I smell food. Guys are eating. I'm getting stuff pushed. Knows how I'm getting sick. And I'm just like this. So the two of us from Germany, Andrews Air Force Base. I'm on this little stretcher. Then we get to Andrews Air Force Base. We get taken off the plane. We get put on a bus. Like they have little back.
Yeah.
Where do I go? This is, I'm just like, get me out of here. So, get to Wall Street, get this. Like,
can you move?
I'm like, I could like, kind of move, but I'm just like on my back.
But they were helping you.
Yeah, people, they were just adjusting. I'm just like, what? Like, this, I get to Wall Street, I come find out, I gotta get to like a 2 because I had 4 weeks, like leaking back there, and they didn't want it to like get too much. Like, so, pretty sure mom was there. Now it's I think it's a little foggy. Bear with me. I remember having to go through surgery and it's like.
So they told you had to go to surgery.
Yeah, like you gotta get in. You gotta relieve the pressure, this and that, and find out what's causing the swelling and what went where. And the mom was here, this and that. And back to how my wife, like we had just started talking on MySpace. MySpace?
Yeah, I know MySpace. That's like OG dating.
Right?
Online.
School, right? It's the original, like...
We're chatting,
yeah, right?
friends.
I got MySpace only because my buddy was like, kind of custom thing. And then he was like, hey, everyone's getting MySpace. Like, we're linking from high school and all this cool shit. Like, everyone does their own thing. When they're on, they don't know. Like, guys, good friends, questions, like, all that talk to people. Some questions, my wife, she's like, cool. I'm not gonna say or anything.
Of course.
I'm like, all right. And I'm just like, hey, you know, Sharice this and that. Like, I think you're cute, like you want to chat sometime. And I'm like, it was her.
I know that guy moment making like, damn,
like,
which one's yours? You and a friend.
And she wound up telling me, and then we started chatting. We started chatting. And this was like a couple days before I got hurt. And I remember chatting, we're talking, getting to know each other, hey, this and that, you know. When can we chat? I got work, time difference, so we sent messages. Cool, like it was something cool. The order was obviously, you got a message or whatever.
Yeah.
You number in the box.
Yeah.
You get done on a mission to go check you. Message. Right, you message, yes. And I was like, yo, boys. Like, she's like, how does that work? Give me your number. You might get some crazy, like, what's the time difference? And I would tell her, some 40 days, start talking. And I would try and talk to her and everything. Like, hey, this and that. So, like, where are you? Like, well, I'm living in Shield, but I'm in there because I had, like, current hometown, Richfield / Iraq. She's like, what's going on? Like, well, I'm from Richfield, living out, but I'm in Iraq right now. But you know, I'm supposed to come home 2 weeks and together. Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, go you cute. Awesome. Like, yeah, you're really looking through. Like,
Yeah.
when can I talk? I'm like, I can talk here, but like, if I gotta go somewhere, I'll let you know. We're going away for a little bit, and then we're getting ready to do this mission. It's like, hey, I'm not gonna be on my computer for like a day or so. Like, so I'll call you or
Oh
whatever.
my God.
My father's like, I'm talking always with chicks, like, who do you know, like, move on, like, who knows who else he's talking to, like, never really met him.
Course,
She's like,
yeah.
no, like, she goes on my page, I don't know if you remember my name.
No, yeah.
Everything, get well, so, all my army books, we're gonna get the best, this and that, like, you're gonna recover this fine. She's like, something happened, and I remember, like, I don't know, just wanted to say, hey, like, she was hoping to get my parents.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she starts talking to me, you know, hey, son, this and that. I just want to know, okay, like, she got the answer machine, so she didn't, like, leave a message. This is, like, before she knew, like, me,
Oh my God.
right? So we get to walk read, this and that. I remember having surgery quick, because I saw my mom briefly. She got to go into surgery now, 14 hours. Opened me up, and they saw everything. So when the shrapnel went through, severed all the nerves. You have all these cheekbones, right? All these cheek nerves or whatever. Severed everything. Just like shredded them to bits. Went right through and fractured the base of the skull. So what they did was, they took the nerves from my left ear and they put them back, whatever was left on my cheek.
What?
What this was going to do, they called it a nerve graft. Because they didn't do that, the face would have had like a permanent like drop face. It would have been like a permanent, you know. And they didn't, you know, it's still there, but they didn't want to have that like drop face. So that's why they were so young. Like, you don't want that like, deformity and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, so this, I found out what it was. Hours, right? I come out, I wake up. This is where I found out I'm going to come out of anesthesia. I'm anesthesia, right? I'm done. This and that. We go. Mom's right there. Like we're out of the wall. I'm kind of sealed up. I'm like, I want to get to my room.
Like, was
So
it
they
stable?
took this up. They took it up, right?
All the
cut
way
me open
down.
and just opened me up.
Wow.
Opened it up and went to town.
I was gonna say there was shrapnel.
There was. They left it, right?
They left it there?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. So mom's there, right? With the nurse. I just want to get to like a regular bed or something. Go to sleep. I'm huffing. Pow! Cut it out. Stop that.
Yeah.
Like,
Shape up. You weren't
like,
raised
yo,
that
like,
way.
yeah,
You weren't
no,
raised
like,
that way.
you're not acting nasty to her. Like, she's got a job to do. She didn't care. I'll never forget that moment. I don't care. Relax. I hear, I get that voice. Okay, all right. Finally get to the room. A couple days go by. Doctor explains, what had happened, and I'm not a smart guy by any means, right? So doctor, mom's all into it, right? And he's like, there was a bunch of shrapnel in there. We took some out and a couple pieces, but you gotta leave it. How come? Like, is it what's gonna happen to it? Is it gonna come out and like protrude it? He's like, no, it's where it is so deep embedded because it misses carotid artery and jugular by less than a millimeter.
Less than a millimeter.
Yeah. Docs were like, no, I'm not working. We slip trying to pull it out, and it gets it. Like, so my mom just almost like collapsed. And I'm like, I go, what's that? And I go, what is that? Like, I know the jugular is carotid artery. He's like, what? Doc's like, your life's not. If it would have slipped, he goes, the doctor's like, he asked me, if I would have slipped trying to get that out and cut that, we're not going to be able to stop it and put out. So we're just going to leave it there, and she's going to go around it and be a part of it. Like, who knows what happened to her, or some medical thing. But,
And you have shrapnel right now.
I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I don't say like metal
Yeah.
but like they just didn't want to work it out. And when it went wherever it went through, like that's how it
By a millimeter.
what you said, game changer, right? Twice now.
I know.
Twice. Yep.
So, what was your recovery like?
That was tough because I couldn't.
What did Charisse think?
She didn't know, so. Oh, okay. Going back to that story. I get a parents when you come to this and that. I think I went in this, that. So that's surgery. When I finally get to a room, whatever, they're like, what do you need? I go, call this number. And I remember, still sitting on the bed. gotta call his number and just tell her like I'm here, like you're right, you know, call her, like
Yeah.
like because I was like, where's my parents? And that, and I'm like, anybody else you can call? I'm like, actually, yeah. You know? And then I think the surgery happened. So I kind of went early.
Okay,
before I apologize.
You were trying to keep her in the loop.
Finally got to put her, and then a day later, that whole surgery, that mom was there. You know, she was right there for everything. The surgery was happening. You know, so I kind of jumped ahead, so I'm sorry.
No.
But so that I said, told her what happened, this and that, like, okay, this and that. I don't want you to listen. I was like, I'm just gonna get out of here. I don't want you to listen. And then
Did you see yourself yet?
I remember I had a little tube that was collecting fluid, blood and everything. I got my photo out. I have a whole photo out.
Well, yeah, we'll put that in the
Yeah,
like, in the
like I said, for a story and everything, you want to know how did you become how I am today? Like, you don't just wake up and you're like, I'm gonna be this person, right? Like, so, you know.
Well, you had to go through some.
You had to go through a shit ton that no one ever wants. It's like a backstory. Like, damn, thank God for your mom. If the story could help somebody, or just somebody wanted to dive into it, to help anybody, it's what I'm here for. If someone's having a bad day, you know, I learned to put the man card away. You said this will pay back in a couple of days, or what I've been through, what are you gonna do with them that, you know, and that happened so young. Just changed everything. Changed the whole outlook on life immensely. You know, I knew I just wanted I just became screwed with so much more of a stronger relationship, you know, with my mother and my father and my brother. Like, because, you know, my brother, my middle brother, he didn't want to come down. Like, my mom and my mom. No, you know, I have my younger brother. He was at me for a little time.
Yeah.
But
How old? What's the age difference?
where I'm terrible, man.
No, you're good.
I was 3.5 with my brother.
Okay. Younger?
My younger, yeah, I'm
3.5 from the younger. Okay.
And then from 14 years older than my youngest brother, because I was a freshman in high school when he was born.
Wow.
So 13, 14.
Okay, so
he was
young.
August of 98, and I was,
Ooh, I'm August.
You know,
I'm August of 98. Good time.
he was August 28.
Funny territory.
Little buddy. So my son was August 14.